Hey guys, this is Jeremy. Today we're going to be working on the truck build, getting this new motor set up on everything, and I'm just revamping some things to tie everything down, have these new barrels in. I'm going to be using some angle iron with it's already pre-cut hose. It's kind of like what you'd see hanging up your garage door motor, but it comes in 6 foot lengths. So I just put it up here, measured over, and cut it to length with just a saw. Anyways, that's what we're working on right now. We're going to get this stuff mounted, get our tanks set up here, and get them where we want them. Then we're going to anchor them down. Right now, we're just going to be using tie downs. It's easy to take in and out, move around with that. All right, guys, stay tuned. All right, guys, we got the motor where we want it to mount it on this side of the truck. Everything just flows better that way. If I mounted it over here on this side, then my quick connect, my oil, and everything's gonna be right in my battery. So we just did this. Left just a little space. Got her anchored down here, 2 in the front. I only put 1 back here in the back, kind of in the center. That's gonna be plenty. But we're getting ready to run our water line over here to our pump. We're gonna hook all that up. I'll show you guys that. As you can tell, it's not a great big distance, so it'll work. But I may pull that hose up just to have the extra hose. I don't know that I need the extra hose, but we got the angle iron down. I'm gonna row with the white tank right now, and we'll keep it going. I'm gonna put my tie downs in back here, and I think if I did it over, I probably would have flipped this around. That way it would look like this, or maybe I should have flipped this one over. I don't know. It's working. Heck, it don't matter. This is a chemical tank, water tank. That's gonna be my soap tank. I was using a 5-gallon jug, 5 or 6 gallon fuel jug, that white one over there. But we're gonna transition over that. So it's got my soap from my to my proportioner. We're going to put a 3-way valve in here. That way I can flip and draw everything out downstream through the proportioner. We'll get that set up. I'll show you guys that. But I had to flip this. That way I can pull it over here because it was facing this way. I will have batteries hooked up in the future. I'm not going to do it at this very moment until I get everything lined out. All right, guys, that's where we're at. I'll get you some more footage. I'll show you how we get this plumbing and everything. All right, guys, appreciate it. All right, guys, we're going to start with the plumbing. I'm just going to go ahead and get this filter squared away. That way I can have it all set up when I get up in the bed. Little pipe dope. I'm just gonna go hand tight, and then see if this is big enough. I don't have no adjustable pliers big enough. Just about a quarter turn. All right, we're gonna pipe dope this one right here. It don't take a lot of this stuff. Same concept. Same thing. Try to keep it on there even. Same thing. We're gonna go hand tighten. And then we're gonna go about About a quarter turn. Oh, that one went on up a little bit more. I think I may have put a little more pipe dope on this one's why I couldn't get it hand tight no further. Anyways, about the same on the gap. We'll leave it right there. We don't want this to crack. This is plastic. All right, next step. Just pipe dope this end just a little bit. Got my helper out here with me this morning. I don't know what she's eating. You can probably hear her. What you got? Sandwich?
No.
Subway?
Subway that last night.
All right.
We got all the way home. Now it's got Chinese food.
Got distracted. Thought we was in there and we wasn't.
Mm-mm. When you gonna put the new fridge in? Our fridge shuts.
Alright guys, we're just gonna go hand tighten on this because it's tightened just about all the way up. Last thing we got here is this end for the ball valve. Hang on, Chewy.
Is that paint that sticks to everything and don't come off?
No, it's like a
Paint.
it's a sealer. It's not a paint. Kind of looks like paint though, don't it? All right, guys, this is set up. Now we're letting our 1-inch water line lay out in the sun and kind of get warm. See if we can kind of maneuver a little bit better because it's been in the shade. This is ready. This has got your arrow. Can't mess it up. This is the line that goes from your tank. Goes in here. And this goes to your pump. So it's easy. We're going to get that set up next. We'll get you a video on that. All right, guys. We're getting ready to connect this 1-inch hose onto our barb. Put a little Dawn dishwash. And we're taking the heat gun. And we're trying to rotate it to get it even on both sides. It's kind of hard. It might even be loud, but it should just take a couple seconds. I mean, we're about 30 seconds in on it, not almost it. But let's see if we can get it.
It's little up here. I had to say it louder.
Alright guys, it's on. It's a little challenging. I should have heated it up a little bit longer and a little bit farther down. But that's that. That's how you get that on. Now I'll just take my pipe clamp, slide it down the other end, slide 2 of them on. And then we'll cut it in half and get everything connected. Alright guys, everything is set up. I've had it on, I've tested it out. I didn't get no video, I forgot, but it's ready to go. I did a bucket test. I had this bucket and that Home Depot bucket. They're both 5 gallons. And it was spitting water up around it, but on my 1-minute bucket test, I pulled out a complete 5 gallon and a little bit over 1 gallon in that. So I'm gonna say roughly 6.5 gallons because a bunch of it was just bubbling over because of the force. I'm actually gonna make this my new draw test, or my test bucket for bucket test and draw test on my chemical injector. I'm gonna measure it out and get my gallon increments on it. It's a 30 gallon, so 10 and 20 and then 30. So we'll figure it out. But everything is down, tied down. I've got a little bit of a leak. A little bit of a leak right here. And I think it's because I used maybe too much Dawn, because it's coming out of this hose. And I think I heated it up and put a little too much Dawn on it. So I'm going to drain my tank out here in a minute. My hose is not quite long enough to get to the back. So I'm going to buy me maybe like another foot hose and a hose barb to come on out and drain out right here. And what I'm going to do now is just turn my truck around, because my driveway goes down, and just let it run out that way. But yeah, guys, this is it. It works. I don't know what my unloader is exactly set at, because I don't have I was told to use a red tip when I set the unloader, because that's going to be, you know, your strongest PSI. But I don't have one. I actually lost mine from my other one, but I don't have one for this gallons per minute. So I'm going to order one, and then we're going to set it accordingly. I want to be at about 2,500 PSI. I think 2,500 is a pretty good sweet spot, and go from there. All right, guys, appreciate it. Thanks for watching. This is it.